My name is Elle. I want to share with you all today my trend predictions for 2026. I am someone who very much loves fashion and has loved dressing up, but in the past year or two, honestly more the past year, I've been focusing more on what I want to wear than just what happens to be in at this particular moment. I don't know if that has an outward reflection on how others view me, but I know that internally there's definitely a change. I'm not really on the internet very much, to be so honest with you, so I'm kind of just going based on vibes, based on my own predictions. I'm not a trend forecaster. I do not have a fashion degree, but I am here to share what I think is going to be trendy this year. My first prediction is sweater dresses. I could definitely see them coming back this year with a resurgence of all of the fall 2009. I would be a little sad about that because that would probably mean that when I look for them at the thrift store, they're not going to be as easy to find. When I think of sweater dresses, I'm thinking of Kim Kardashian in 2009. I am thinking of Hollister. I'm thinking of Pretty Little Liars, and all that stuff is still culturally relevant or has had a cultural resurgence. Honestly, there's a possibility that the stuff that I'm talking about is trendy right now, and I just actually don't know. So if it is, just give me some grace and just let me share my opinions because that is a possibility for sure. We are going big or we are going home here. So I think that long shorts will come back because in 2025 and maybe in 2024 we had the micro shorts where we can see everyone's everything, but I do think that we are going to swing in the opposite direction because micro shorts, a lot of people liked them. Obviously they were pretty trendy, but I mean I feel like that's how trends work. We do flip in the opposite direction when we get too tired of one thing. So I do think we're going to see the resurgence of the long shorts, and I know a lot of people have opposition to these because of childhood fashion trauma, for lack of a better word. I can just picture the 2000s outfit of the long jean shorts with the long sleeve shirt and the justice shirt over it. I didn't personally wear that outfit, but I know a lot of people had similar vibes going on. But also in the past year or so, we've experienced a resurged interest in capris. So I feel like longer shorts is just kind of the next step in that progression. One could definitely argue that skinny jeans have already come back, but I think that they will come back more mainstream in 2026. And honestly, I do feel like they've come back in 2025, but personally where I live, it does feel like we're probably a year behind what you would say is trendy in terms of the most experimental influencers. So I think that personally in my community we will start to see skinny jeans this year. And I think it's because it's the baggy is oversaturated in my opinion. I love a good pair of baggy jeans. I still wear my baggy jeans, but at the same time, baggy jeans are starting to feel like 2020. Skinny jeans right now, people usually wear them with tall boots, right? So we either have the tall boots or we have the ballet flats. I think people will start wearing them this year more in a casual way, and we'll start switching it up and wearing them with other types of shoes. I think that the year 2019 is going to come back. Honestly, I feel like this is more of a 2027 thing. Honestly, maybe even 2028, because I feel like in the fashion world on the internet, 2014 became trendy again in early 2024, late 2023. That's my take on how the timeline worked, and then it only went really mainstream in 2025. The 2014 thing was popular, and then people just took it to the next year, and now we're calling it 2016, and it's still kind of the same trendy stuff. But anyways, so I do think that we're gonna have that cultural fixation on 2019 either next year or the year after. And that's going to be really interesting to see because I don't really know where we go after we get to 2019. What is going to come next? Because what happens when we get to through all the years? Where are we going to go from there? Are we going to go back to the 1800s? I'm just a little bit, I'm very curious to see where that goes because after we get to 2020, where are we going? Where are we going to just keep going and we're always just going to be interested in 10 years before? I don't know. I don't know if that's sustainable because I think then if trend cycles get even faster, then we're going to end up caught up in the modern age and there's not even going to be a style anymore. We're just going to be impersonating something that doesn't exist, which is another thing because the styles of the 2020s, I don't feel like we have anything distinct enough where we are going to be able to in 10 years look back on this and be like, wow, I'm dressing like I'm from 2023, because 2023 is just copying things from 40 years earlier. You know what I mean? We don't have that super innovative style, I don't feel like. I do think we can see a resurgence in neon in 2026. I do. I can see it coming just because I feel like minimalism really characterized the front half of the 2010s, and I feel like people are bored. I'm bored. I was bored when minimalism was popular, but I do feel like that we could see neon because we're going to go in the opposite direction. If one thing is characterizing my trend predictions, it's that we're going to go in the opposite direction. I feel 100% confident in the fact that mustaches will come back this year. Like mustaches in the 2010s way, because they were such a big part of the 2010s. They are definitely going to come back. And I've watched those videos on YouTube where we have people and they're like, please, please, please don't bring back mustaches. Like, I hope those never come back, blah, blah, blah. Because those are the people who lived through it and were teenagers when that stuff was trending. But I'm telling you, not everyone was a teenager when mustaches were trendy. I promise you that. And I promise you those are going to be the people who are bringing it back this year. So expect to see mustache, like, design things. I think mustaches are going to become the new bows. And I don't think it'll reach the level of cultural prominence like bows did. But I do think we're going to see shirts with, like, the little mustache design on them. We're going to see it. I'm telling you, we are going to see it. You're gonna see galaxy print. And again, it's the same thing. People don't want it to come back because people have like PTSD with it. Not everyone has PTSD with it, and it's gonna come back. We're also going to see 2014 micro, I don't even know what they call them. Like the cutoff shorts. That's what we're gonna see. We're gonna see the cutoff shorts, but they're so cut off where they're like almost like underwear style, and they're frayed at the edges and they're ripped, whatever. Very much like the Coachella thing. Those cutoff shorts people are going to be pairing the, again, I don't know what they're called, but the corset tops, like the corset tank tops, 2010s, like the zipper. I think that people are gonna get tired of flared things because flare has been very in for the past, like, what, like 3-4 years. I think that maybe this year is where we go back to like straight legged stuff, like again with the skinny jeans. I personally I do like flare stuff. I will say that I've been wearing like bootcut jeans for the past 3 years, so I guess I do get the, maybe we aren't as enamored by like bootcut stuff or flared stuff this year, but I do think we're gonna see a resurgence in tight bottoms because we've seen a lot of loose bottoms. Here concludes my predictions for 2026. Honestly, I will probably revisit this in a year and we will see if I was right or if I was wrong, and whatever, if I was right or if I was wrong, you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna keep wearing what I like to wear, and I would encourage everyone watching this video to do the same. I think it's a lot more fun. So if you like what you like, you know, wear whatever you want. If you want to wear leopard print and stripes and polka dots and pink and purple and orange all at once, I say go for it. You know, whatever makes you happy. And I think that actually loving what you're wearing and knowing that it is something that you authentically love, and you authentically love it not because it's trendy, you authentically love it because you think it's cool inherently, and those are two different things. It's like you would wear it even after it wasn't trendy. I hope people, when they buy clothes, they think of that, like you will wear it when it's not trendy. Bye, thank you for watching.